welcome to my walks with a camera. I'm in the woods, needed to get away for a bit, but I've also had a bit of a problem for the last 2 weeks. See, I've been trying to work on this video. 2 weeks ago, Rupert and I went off to the woods. Now, I didn't take my video gear with me, but walking through the woods 2 weeks ago got me thinking about photography and my particular photography style, but more importantly, it got me thinking about a couple of things. One is patience, and the other is mindfulness, and how the two of those work in tandem for me as a photographer. Now, I gotta be honest, this may turn into a somewhat personal and esoteric video, but that's okay. For me, patience is something that I've had to learn over the years. I've not been a very patient guy, and a lot of that has to do with life experiences and various other things. The other thing that I've learned and had to learn is mindfulness. That sense where you are focusing in on something either external or internal, and how you're viewing the world and what you're separating from the world and yourself and what you're viewing in. It's kind of like when you're looking at a composition or you're looking at an image. In my particular case, I'm sitting beside a pond which I've photographed many times, different times of the year, different seasons of the year, and different times of the day. And I'll just show it to you. This is actually part of the pond. Pond actually runs from just way up there, down through here, and off in that direction. The thing about this pond is, depending on the time of year, late spring, which we're in now, just before summer, it's full of water, but at different times of the year, that water's gone, and sometimes this is just a mud puddle. And other times it's full of water, and you get this reflected light coming through the canopy, the trees, and it's really cool. And it's a very calm place. And it's a place where I like to come and sit and relax and think. And that got me thinking about the photographs that I took 2 weeks ago and the ones I'm taking today. So this video is going to be a mix of the two. But it's going to talk about looking for that sense of mindfulness. Now, for a photographer, that's kind of important because you're looking at an image, you're looking at something that would make a good composition, apart from mosquitoes. But let me give you an example. You have this log running here, good leading line, another one coming in, the pond leading to the reflected area right here, and the light streaming through, and you've got a far brighter area across the other side of the pond, and then all of this coming together to make that image. Now, I don't have my wide angle lens. I've got my 24-200. It's good. It's a very good grinder's lens. It's an excellent lens. Not one of the best that Nikon makes, but you know what? As I said, to use a hockey terminology, it's a good grinder's lens. And that's all that matters, and that's all that's important. Because it's not the equipment, it's not the gear, it's what your mind and your eye sees. And how you interpret it, how you look on it. Now, I've got my camera settings set to f8 with 1/25 of a second for shutter speed. I've had it up to 500. Yesterday, my wife and I went to Fort George, and we were photographing a First World War reenactment. And that was cool, but it was kind of frenetic, as reenactments can be. And so sitting here in the woods, listening to the silence and the peacefulness, and remembering that sense of patience and that sense of mindfulness when I'm looking at a composition. Those are the things that are important. We fill up our lives with what my mother would call the ratchet of daily existence. And, there are times when you need places like this to help you focus on what's important. And that peacefulness and that sense of mindfulness while you're looking around and just enjoying. In your own wanderings, your own looking around, find a place where you like to go, where it's peaceful, where you can get away from that ratchet of everyday existence that we fill up our lives with. Because you know what? All the garbage on social media, all the day-to-day grinding, the work that we have to do to make a living, where we tend to lose that sense of self and we look for gratification from other people, from our likes and our clicks on various things we post. The truth of the matter is, none of that's important. What's important is your sense of peace, your sense of patience, and your sense of mindfulness. And places like this woods, yeah, that helps me to keep all that in focus and just to remind me what is really important. Till next time, just remember, keep walking with a camera. Cheers.